All right, Friday night with Secret Friends Unite. We just got back from the movies and we saw what I think is one of the most senseless sequels I've ever seen. Now, there was a movie last year that came out that was called The Strangers. Strangers?
Yes.
And it was a remake of a film from the early 2000s with Liv Tyler and some dude. Liv Tyler and some dude. And so this was recast with some nobodies. Sorry. Some people I'd certainly never heard of. And you knew the people who was in the movie?
Well, the girl.
Oh, what was she in?
I don't know, but anyway.
Okay, so so it's a couple from the big city that goes to the country, to a little town where their RV or their electric vehicle breaks down, blah, blah, and it's the knock at the door and the, hey, is Tamara home? And then there's murder. But the girl lives. The fiance is dead, and so she ends up...
This was the first movie.
So the second movie starts. What's going on in the second movie?
She's in the hospital, and she's freaking out about everything, and turns out she's right, that there's something suspicious about this town.
Right.
Something suspicious.
Right, so we get a long chase through a hospital that is abandoned all of a sudden. She has to hide in a morgue. Won't get into what happens in the morgue, and it's a dude with a mask with he's wearing like a tarp mask, and two women, you're assuming, that are wearing like porcelain doll masks.
Yes.
And that's the whole movie. Then she goes through this big chase through the woods, and there's a bunch of stuff that happens there. And just to try to put a pin in this as much as I can say, I've rarely seen a film where nothing made any sense. Nothing really seemed like it was like I could watch like a Star Trek film and I felt like it was more rooted in reality. Like I could believe people could fly through space and go through the transporter and stuff, and it just made more sense.
More so than having a hospital that's completely deserted.
Right, exactly. And they just and what's more baffling, and I'm sorry to have to tell this, but this was the middle part of a trilogy. It comes on and says that there's going to be another part coming soon. And I literally said loudly in the theater, "You got to be effing kidding me." I think I heard a chuckle behind us, or maybe a groan. I don't know. But, oh my God. So anyway, to wrap this up, because we're almost out of time, The Strangers Part 2 or Chapter 2 is in theaters now. If you're looking for something that just absolutely doesn't require
senseless
brains, and you don't want to hurt yourself too much with the thinking, go check it out. Support your local theater. We have been Charlie and April for Secret Friends Unite. Visit secretfriendsunite.com. Find all of our pods there. Also, patreon.com/secretfriendsunite. Try us out for 7 days for free. We do a great bad movies podcast over on that you don't want to miss out on. We'll see you out there.